What an absolutely beautiful day. Beautiful day for Ultimate Callout Challenge truck stuff. So hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So today we're going to focus on our weight box for sled pulling setup for our UCC truck. This weight box comes from the guys at the Diesel Shop New York and Ziegler Diesel Performance. The guys at Diesel Shop New York used this in UCC 2019 on their truck. In the qualifier, and Ziegler Diesel Performance, they build it, and they're also helping us out with some of the ins and outs of pulling, because quite honestly, I don't know anything about it. I mean, to me, it's just like make the truck as heavy as possible and just put it to the floor and go. But there's a lot more to it than that, I'm finding out. So they've been gracious enough to help give us some information and some insight into how we need to proceed with the truck. So big shout out to those two companies. Appreciate those guys being on board with us and helping us out. And so anyway, we need to get this on there. So this is typically pretty straightforward for most guys, because on the front clips of a lot of these trucks, you'll see the bumper is actually separate from the rest of the front clip. So they're able to detach the bumper, keep the top part of the front clip on, and then what they do is they weld a piece of receiver tube on here. So they just weld it right to the frame, and then they put their weight box on there, good to go, not too hard to do. Our problem is, obviously, our bumper is attached. And to unattach it, we'd have to come up with a whole new way to mount everything and all that, because our mounting point, our pivot point for our flip up front clip is on the bumper. So we're gonna have to make this thing lower. So we're gonna have to get it down to like here. I believe 4 inches is the number that I had came up with when I measured. But the other problem with that is we've spent so much time, like with our shock hoop and all that, trying to cut weight out of the truck. It really bothers me to weld, you know, a couple pieces of stuff onto the truck just for the sled pull. I just don't want to do it. I want to make something that is bolt on, and that's what we're going to do. So I have a bunch of miscellaneous steel around. My plan is to kind of make something that will come up here and sandwich the frame. What we'll do is have a piece of angle on either side. We're obviously going to have to make some cutouts for stuff. Might have to move something like our pin. Not a big deal, but have it so angle here, angle coming the other way, piece of plate going down, and then I have a couple pieces of 2-inch tube that will weld to the plate, and that way we can sandwich this thing, and then what we'll do is drill, and we'll have bolts to bolt the whole thing together. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. Not 100% sure how it's going to work out. I think it will be fine, but also we're going to have to space this side out because we have our hinge bracket that we made. So we're going to have a piece of 3-inch or 3/8 plate that kind of like forms an L here. So that's kind of what's in my mind. I'm going to kind of start tacking stuff together to get a good look of what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So this is going to be a little bit of a cut and see kind of game, and then eventually we'll get our weight box up and all that. I did mock it up one night and have everything, like I had these 2-inch tubes, I had them all clamped together, clamped to the frame, had the engine hoist out here with the weight box, and kind of figured everything out. So I'm pretty confident that this is going to work, but we will have bolts to hold all the weight, and we will also have those pieces of angle over top of the frame here, so just kind of sandwiching the whole thing. So that's the plan. We got a lot of fabricating and figuring out what to do, but I'm sure we can get it done. All right, driver's side is mocked up-ish. So it's all tacked together. We have to finish weld everything. I also have a bolt in. This is a 3/4 bolt. We are actually utilizing the stock holes. I think that's actually for the the original snowplow mount, but and it's reinforced inside the frame there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if I get this pin out here. Yeah, so if you guys can see that, it's reinforced. So that's just kind of my alignment tool at this point. What we're gonna go do is actually put a bolt here and then a couple more down here. I need another piece of plate here, piece of 5/8 plate to make this gap up here. And then we will be able to kind of sandwich it. We'll have a bolt on the inside here. We'll do it on the back side of the frame. We're gonna do at least, let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna do at least another bolt here and probably another bolt up here. Also have a spacer here so we're not smushing our hinge. So very happy with it so far. I'll take the bolt out and show you just how easy it is to put on and off. All right, so bolts out. This side just slides off. This side, same thing. So put it on, slide that on. Of course, I'm doing this with one hand, so it's a little. And then grab that. So fairly simple, then we'll just have to bolt it up, and then I have these I have these receivers that I got off the Amazon. I believe they're Kurt, but then they will get welded onto the bottom here and we'll be good to go. So that's our setup. I'm thinking it'll be good because we're gonna have all the bolts holding it, and we're also got the plate up here sandwiched in the frame. So we're kind of pulling down on the whole thing. I think that'll work well. Is it overkill? Possibly, but for the sled pull portion, we're not worried about weight, which is, it's a lot nicer not having to worry about how heavy it is as opposed to what we've been doing with worrying about how heavy it is. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mock up that, but on the passenger side, and then we can get to putting our weight box in. So yeah, I'd love to show you guys like every little step of this, but I'm honestly back and forth between the table and here, and it's nothing exciting. It's just cutting some plate and welding. So, all right, anyway, onto the passenger side. All right, driver's side and passenger side are done. And when I say done, I just mean ready for mock-up of our weight box. We still need to get a piece of 5/8 plate for in here on both sides and finish weld everything. But we're not worried about that right now. We got everything where we need it, so that way we can try and get the weight box situated. Now what we're gonna do is actually attach these receivers to the weight box. We're gonna put them in the pins on the weight box, and then we can line the weight box up. We'll get everything clamped up nice and just see how we like it. Then we'll get to welding this thing on, and then hopefully our weight box will be freestanding. Well, there's no hopefully about it. It'll just be hanging off the front of the truck. But to do that too, there's no real good way to pick this thing up with the engine hoist. So what I'm gonna do is drill a hole up top, a hole down here. That way I can use my engine hoist and a little come along. We can level this thing right up, and we'll be able to hopefully make short work of this. So we're gonna get to hanging the weight box off the front of the truck, and man, this is gonna look awesome. Can't wait. Well, weight box installed. Man, it's, whew, I'm liking this. This is looking awesome. This thing looks gnarly. I can't wait to see it in the full like sled pull trim. But yeah, got our little receivers tacked on there. Everything's good. Our brackets are on. Weight box is hanging on its on the truck itself. Everything's looking good. Very easy to do. With the engine hoist, just got a couple eye bolts in there so we could level it up, and just got it there, kind of centered it up, bada bing, bada boom, couple tacks. So we definitely, you know, we still have to fully weld everything and all that. We're gonna put some more bolts, but man, I guess the only other thing to do is to put the front clip on so we can see it like that. I mean, I guess we kind of have to at this point. All right, so yeah, let's throw the front clip on, see how she looks. Would you just look at it? Man, that thing looks good. I am fired up. That is, wow, that is sweet. Freaking awesome. Oh yeah, I love it. This thing, I can't wait to be able to pull this thing outside. Man, yeah, this turned out well. We have plenty of room between our front clip and our weight box bars there, so we're good there. One thing, I couldn't put the front clip on by myself, you know, in the tilt fashion that I normally do. I normally, you know, bring it up, kind of have it in a tilt mode, pick up one side, put the pin in, and then go over to the other side, put the pin in. Couldn't do that with the brackets installed. It's not that it didn't surprise me. I knew that, you know, with this setup, we're not going to be able to open the hood, which is not ideal. I would prefer to be able to open it, but oh well, it is what it is. We chose to do the front clip flip thing, so this is where we're at. Anyhow, it's looking good. Very happy with everything, and yeah, man, this thing looks dynamite. And for the regulations, the front of the weight box can be no further than 60 inches from the center of the front axle, and we are currently at 59.5 inches. So yeah, perfect in that regard as well. I mean, that thing just, it's nice and tight to the body. I love it. This is fantastic. Man, I hope you guys are as pumped about this pulling setup as I am. This thing is just gonna look wicked. Wow. And it wasn't that big of a pain in the butt to put on. Other than it's one person here right now. If I had Bob here to help me or something, you know, we could get both sides lined up and then have one of us push in the jack. The problem was, you know, there's a center pivot point and I'm trying to put one side in, so the other side wanted to pop out. But really, other than that, it wasn't a big deal. So the weight box is on and looking good. I'm stoked. I really am. This is just so cool. Yeah, that is beautiful. Yeah, the guys at Diesel Shop New York and Ziegler Diesel Performance, we will definitely be representing them when we're out at UCC with their logos on the weight box. They're staying there because they're helping to support what we're doing. And just like everybody else, like the guys at Fluid Amper, Fleece, Freedom, Air Dog, Hardway, all those guys are helping out, and we're, you know, just trying to get the truck as best we can, and you know, we got to represent them. I don't have any of the other stickers on the truck yet because I haven't figured out exactly what we're gonna do. If the truck goes like this, we'll just slap some stickers on the bedside, no big deal. But I really kind of want this thing to make a statement when it's out there in Indiana, so I want it to look, you know, the part. So there might be some things in the works, we'll see. But wink, wink. But anyhow, yeah, I'm thrilled with this. All we have to do is we have to finish weld all of our brackets. Not a big deal. I'll take care of that. Also, I got to figure out where our bolts are going to go because I'm going to do at least 2 more bolts down here. 2 more bolts down here on the opposite side. I also got to put a piece of 5/8 plate in here, and probably another 3 up here somewhere, or another 2 at least. So we're going to add some more bolting. I think it should be plenty strong enough. We got 2 pieces of 1/4 inch angle overlapped, and then we'll have like 3 3/4 inch bolts and like 2 1/2 inch bolts on either side. Maybe it's overkill, doesn't matter. I mean, it's all weight in the front of the truck, and that's where we want it. So I'm super stoked. I hope you guys are too. Comment down below how stoked you are. So anyway, that's tonight in the garage. I'll get the weight box back off because need to get that off to close the garage. Well, maybe I don't. I could probably fit this thing in here with the weight box on it. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I can. I can fit the truck in the garage with the weight box on it. That's pretty cool. But I'm going to take it off because I got to weld those brackets anyway. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please like down below. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Man, I'm pumped about this. This thing's going to look gnarly with a set of dollies and that weight box hang. Oh, I'm so excited. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Get out in your garage. Get the wrench on your truck.